What's going on, guys? So Auzio here, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got the second tier list of FC24 and it is going to be the midfielders up next. Last week I ended up doing the attackers tier list, so if you guys missed that, a link to the video will be in the description. Once again, hero cards, icon cards are going to be pushed to the side because I will be doing a separate tier list for those two cards. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Starting off with informed Valverde, his gold card deserves to go into the S tier, so you best believe his inform card is going to go into the S tier. Rabiot, I used this card on the RTG. He is nice. He has got like a really good reach, but his dribbling ability can be a little bit dodgy every now and again. But I definitely will still say he deserves to go into the A+ tier. Camavinga, when you look at this guy's stats with the right chem style, honestly, he does look good. It's just when you use him in game, I didn't really find him that amazing. I'm going to put Camavinga in the A tier. Whiffer, used him in draft, pretty nice CDM, nothing insane. I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. Casemiro, great tackling ability, but so slow. Definitely would prefer someone like Camavinga in that CDM position. Casemiro is going to be our first B+ tier card. Bruno Fernandes, 400,000 coins for this card is crazy. Defensively, he doesn't do pretty much anything. Like, he's not great on defense, but that's not really why you want to get the card. You want to get the card for going forward, and he is good going forward. It's just I don't feel like he's anything insane going forward. Bruno Fernandes, I am going to still put him in the A+ tier because he is a great card, but definitely doesn't deserve to go into the S tier. Kessie, he's all right in that CDM position. He's not as good as Rabiot. That is definitely something I will say. I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. Barella, super good all-rounded. Cannot wait for Barella to get a promo card this year. He's going to be insane. For me, this gold card is A+ tier. KDB flashback, when I originally used him, I wasn't like a big fan of him, but it kind of like slowly grew on me how good he was, just all-rounded. His passing ability is amazing. Obviously, the pace increase compared to the gold card is a big difference as well. I'm going to put KDB in the A+ tier. Putellas, I think there's no question about it. The best attacking centre mid in this game, excluding obviously icons and heroes. If you push those cards to the side, for me, Putellas is the best. You don't get better in that attacking centre mid role. Joe Linton, honestly, stats wise for a starting centre mid, pretty nice. I wouldn't go as far as saying though he's on Barella's or Rabiot's level in that centre mid position. Darder, another one, really good starting centre mid, but wouldn't put him on the level of the A+ tier players. Matic, he got a crazy pace increase. I don't find him still anything really all that, so I'm going to put him in the A tier, but definitely a card that I was like kind of shocked about how big of an increase they gave to his pace. Kimmich, the thing with Kimmich is, yes, he feels good on the ball, yes, he can put in a nice tackle, and yes, his passing ability is through the roof. It's just the pace. The pace is so bad. I'm going to put Kimmich in the A tier. Palacios, he's a pretty nice box-to-box. Again, though, I wouldn't put him on Barella's level. I wouldn't put him on Rabiot's level. I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. Enzo Fernandez, another card which I found all right. Nothing too insane. I'm going to put him also in the A tier. N'Golo Kante, he's super underrated this year. Yes, he hasn't got the pace he had in previous years, but he actually feels quite fast in this game, which is a big surprise when you're looking at those stats. Tackling-wise as well, he puts in some crazy good tackles. I am going to put N'Golo in that A+ tier. Zambo and Guisa, they fixed his work rate. So previous years, he was like, what, medium-low? This year, high-medium. Finally, EA, you gave him some good work rates. I still don't find him anything too insane, but this is one of those cards that I feel like when he gets a special card, when he gets a promo card a little bit later in the year, he will obviously stand out. Neymar as a CDM, unbelievable. For me, A+ tier. Gundo, not amazing on the ball, pretty good passing ability. I'm going to put Gundo in the B+ tier. I definitely will say everyone in that A tier is better than Gundo in a CDM position and a centre mid position. Emre Can is the same thing for Emre Can every single year. Stat-wise, looks unbelievable. You play with him in game, he doesn't feel anything too insane. He doesn't feel anything, you know, amazing. I'm going to put Emre Can in the A tier. Thiago, dribbling is good, but defending, not really there. The pace, not really there. Shooting ability, not really there. Thiago, you are going to go into the B+ tier. The Pool, super good all-rounded. I was actually thinking of putting the Pool in my RTG team for the upcoming weekend league. He is going to go into the A+ tier. Underrated. Super cheap card, Oh, so good. Crazy fast in the midfield, sprints around, just collects the ball constantly, feels good on the ball. I've used her so many times in draft, it is a joke. 100% A+ tier. I think her name is pronounced Engin. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. She is a very good CDM. She puts in some crazy good tackles. I'm going to put her in the A+ tier. Zielinski, pretty nice as an attacking centre mid. A tier for him. Declan Rice, definitely better pace than someone like Casemiro, and he has got good tackling ability, good physicals. A tier for Declan Rice. Rodri, the pace is just not good enough. I'm going to put Rodri in the B+ tier. Bon Mati is very good. Her dribbling ability, especially with that short and lean minus body type, is crazy. Shooting ability, she's got really good finishing, but her shot power ain't really all that, but you don't really notice that in game too much. You feel like the ball just constantly goes past the keeper and she finishes near enough everything. She is a great card, and I am going to put her in the S tier. I think she is definitely up there. Acuna, another S tier card. They did this card so nicely. So good all-rounded. Can play him in a CDM position. Can play him in a centre mid position. He is 100% the real deal. And look who's next. Bellingham. We are about to have 3 back-to-back S tier cards. Bellingham in this game, honestly, looking at stats, he doesn't really look all that. But when you play with Bellingham in-game, that's when you're going to notice this guy's animations saves those stats completely. I cannot wait for him to get more promo cards in the future. Inform Bellingham, S tier for me. Coquelin, EA haven't released too many good play SBCs this year, but one thing I will say, this Coquelin card is nice in that centre mid position. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Gravenberch, defensively, Gravenberch really ain't all that. He feels nice on the ball. He's got a pretty good pass on him as well. I'm going to put Gravenberch in the A tier. Mohr, as an attacking centre mid, Mohr's actually pretty nice in this game. He's not as good as like Bruno Fernandes or KDB as an attacking centre mid. No chance. I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. Zakaria, as a holding CDM, very solid. As a centre mid, not a massive fan, but as a CDM, I would say A tier for him as well. Moreno, again, a pretty nice box-to-box midfielder. He can pretty much do everything. It's just I'm looking at those box-to-box midfielders in the A+ tier. Players like the Pool, players like Coquelin, players like Barella, players like Rabiot. I don't think Moreno's on that level, so I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. Goretzka, I like Goretzka in this game. I don't love Goretzka in this game. This is like another one of those cards where if he gets a promo card, we're definitely looking at an S tier card. Well, his gold card for me, A+ tier. De Jong, I've tried De Jong. I wish he had a long shot ability. Because of the way he feels on a ball, doing like an R1 dribble into like a Trivela with him would have been super nice. It's just his long shot ability just ain't there. And that's the reason I'm not going to put him in the S tier. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Stanway, pretty nice card. Great going forward. Pretty nice on defense as well. But I wouldn't say she deserves to go into the A+. So I'm going to put her A tier. Williamson, she can actually be moved into a CDM position. I know a lot of people are probably looking at the card right now. Centre-back, why is a centre-back in the midfielders tier list? She's, her second position is a CDM position. And trust me, she is pretty nice in that CDM position. I'm going to put her in the A tier as well. I definitely would take her over like Casemiro and Rodri because she actually has got good pace. Bernardo Silva, he's got like the technical playstyle plus as well. This guy's dribbling ability, his R1 dribbling is unreal. As an attacking centre mid, I really do enjoy him in this game. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Rolfo, again, probably looking at this card, a left back in a midfielder's tier list. What's happening here? I use Rolfo in the midfield, and she honestly is one of the best midfielders in this game. The fact that she has got 91 strength with a defensive ability, with a passing ability, a good dribbling ability, a shooting ability, pace as well. She is one of the best midfielders in this game, and if you haven't used her in the midfield, trust me, use her, you won't be disappointed. She's not even that much as well. I'm pretty sure she goes for like 20,000 coins. Our as an attacking centre mid, nice. I love the fact that he's got high-low work rates. You use him in that attacking centre mid role and he makes some crazy good runs. Obviously, it would be nice to use him as a box-to-box. It's just the high-low doesn't really allow him to be a box-to-box. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Dewsbury Hall, pretty nice box-to-box midfielder. He's alright. I don't find him anything too insane. I'm going to put him A tier. Chouameni, I find him as a very good CDM in this game. Alright in that centre mid position because his dribbling ability ain't awful, but as a CDM, especially with his animations, A+ for Chouameni. He's sprint speed. Is it sprint speed or acceleration? I'm pretty sure it's sprint speed. Is down bad. His acceleration is up there. The sprint speed though, nowhere to be seen pretty much. He can put in a good tackle though, and he can pass the ball really well. I'm not going to put him all the way in the B+ tier. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Gavi on the other hand, yeah, Gavi is going to go all the way into the B+ tier. I think there's no question about that one. Odegaard, I don't like how he's got a 2-star weak foot. I love the fact that he's got 5-star skill moves though. As an attacking centre mid, Odegaard, I'm going to put you in the A+ tier. Koke, Koke ain't really all that. Let's be fair here. He's not like bad, but Dewsbury Hall is better. We got players like Moreno that are better for sure. I'm going to put Koke in the B+ tier. Ruben Neves, super slow in that midfield. B+ for him as well. Party's actually got pretty good sprint speed, so I'm going to put him on the same level as someone like Declan Rice, and that is the A tier. Thuram Evo card, he's alright as well as a box-to-box. I would say A tier for him. Højbjerg, just way too slow in that midfield. B+ for you. Patry, really good midfielder. Her playstyles as well, all the way up there. She's got so many of them, it's crazy. She's just super nice all-rounded. She offers you a lot in that midfield. I'm going to put her in the A+ tier. Fabinho, another one of those players where the pace is an issue, so I have to put him in that B+ tier. Mkhitaryan as an attacking centre mid, pretty nice in this game. Definitely would say A+. Llorente's a weird one for me because I have used this guy in a midfield, but I love him in a fullback position. Like for me, he's so much better in a fullback position than he is in that centre mid position. And I do prefer players like Rolfo, Bellingham, Acuna, Valverde in that midfield over Llorente. So Llorente as a centre mid, I'm going to say A+. But as a fullback, S tier for sure. Lobotka, not all that. You know, not all that. B+ for Lobotka. Tonali's a tough one because I do like Tonali a lot in this game. The thing with Tonali is you can play him as a CDM, you can play him as a centre mid, and he's going to perform in both positions because he actually feels good on the ball in a centre mid position. But I would say the main position for him is a CDM. Tonali's quite close to being in the S tier. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He is a very good card this year, but I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Musiala as an attacking centre mid, fantastic as well. Defensively, doesn't really offer you much, but going forward with that R1 dribbling, yeah, his R1 dribbling is like just as good as someone like Bernardo Silva's in this game. Musiala, A+ for you. Leroy Fer, another nice play SBC that EA have released. The only issue with him is like the links. You can't really get this guy on full chemistry. I definitely will say he is better than players like Casemiro, Rodri. I don't think he's on the same level though in that CDM position as someone like Tchouameni. So Leroy Fer, A tier. Paulinho, super slow. Physical's unbelievable in this card, but super slow in that midfield. B+ for him. Jairo, I believe say you say her name. I'm not 100%. She is nice in this game though as a box-to-box centre mid. I'm going to put her in the A+ tier. Bruno, Rota knockout card, a very expensive player SBC, but a very good player SBC. I must admit, he is the real deal. 4-star skill moves would have been nice on Bruno. He's definitely in between the S tier and the A+ tier, and I feel like he's leaning more towards the A+ tier. Let me know in the comment section, would you put Rota knockout Bruno in the S tier or the A+ tier? Because I'm putting him in the A+ tier. Pellegrini, I used him on the RTG right at the start of this year. He's alright. He's not amazing, he's not bad, he's an A tier card in my opinion. Rota to knockout Modric, got him untradeable on the main account and RTG. This guy is the real deal. EA did such a good job upgrading this card, gave him a good pace increase, gave him plenty of really good stats. Modric, S tier in my opinion. Bentancur, he's alright as a CDM. He's not really all that in a centre mid position. And when we have players like Joe Linton, players like Camavinga in that A tier, I don't think we can put him in the A tier. He's going to go in the B+ tier. Mateus, he's quite similar, not actually quite similar as Bentancur. He is better, I would say, as a centre mid. He's definitely one of those cards that is like right in between the B+ and A tier, but I'm going to lean him more towards the A tier because his pace in the midfield is really useful and it's something that is really nice in that midfield to have. Very similar to someone like the Pool, so I'm going to put him on the same level as the Pool, and that is the A+ tier. Pedri, he's always one of those cards that you have to wait for a promo card to actually get his defending up, get that shooting ability up, because those two things, like defending and shooting, it's like in a midfield, I feel like you should have one or the other, but Pedri really hasn't got any of them. His dribbling is very nice though, his passing is nice, and his pace is very good. He's more of like a playmaker. I am going to put him a level above Gavi. I am going to put him in the A tier, but definitely a card that needs to get a promo card. Renato Sanchez, every year, gold Renato is the real deal. This year, not all that, to be honest, not all that. I'm not going to put him all the way down into the B+ tier, but definitely not a card that deserves to go any higher than the A tier. Benacer, I like Benacer as a CDM. I don't love Benacer as a CDM, though. I prefer Rabiot in that CDM position, and I prefer someone like Tonali, especially in that CDM position. Benacer, I'm going to put you in the A tier. And just like that, we have got ourselves our midfielders tier list. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my top 3 centre-mids and top 3 CDMs. Let me know your top 3 centre-mids in the comment section if you're just going off this tier list. So let's start off with centre-mids. Number 1, Putellas, 100%. She has to be up there. Second, I'm going to say Valverde. And in the third spot, I will go with Inform Bellingham. I'm taking Inform Bellingham over Modric. CDMs, number 1, Valverde, Inform. Second, it can't be like Putellas. Putellas has to get pushed to a side if we're talking about CDMs here. I'm going to go Bellingham, Inform. And in the third spot, I think we kind of have to go for Acuna here. Like, Acuna is way better defensively than like Rolfo, Modric, Bonmati, Putellas, all of those. So yeah, that is my top 3 CDMs and top 3 centre-mids. Once again, let me know your top 3 centre-mids in a comment section. Also, let me know if there's any player that you believe deserves to go higher or lower in this tier list. But that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.